Hey everyone out there in YouTube, how are you doing today? It is time for another Tell It Like It Is Thursday, so let's get this thing going. I just want to remind everyone out there that I am not a professional, I am just a guy with an opinion, so you can either agree with me, you can disagree with me, you can take my advice, you cannot take my advice, because I may have good advice, I may have bad advice, I may have both. But that is what the internet is all about. Remember guys, take part in the conversation in the comments down below. All of us can help each other out and we can figure things out. So today guys, I want to talk about Mean Girls. But since this program here, Tell It Like It Is Thursday, is in the form of a question and answer session, we need to ask this in the form of a question, just like Jeopardy. So today's question is, why do gay guys so often act like mean girls? Now of course, I'm hoping here for a frame of reference that you have all seen Mean Girls, the movie, with Lindsay Lohan before she turned into a total downward spiral crack whore. It happens. You see gay guys together and more often than not, sometimes they turn into mean girls. One of them is Regina George and they're following around and they're being bitchy and it just happens. But why does it happen? And do we have to be like that? So you may be asking, Scott, are you a mean girl? Well, maybe. Sometimes. Sometimes yes. I am not a perfect person. I try not to be though. I, try to look at everyone the same and open-minded and be nice to everyone that I meet. I mean, until you deserve me being mean to you, I'm not going to be mean to you because, what's the point of that? There's no point in just throwing meanness out in the world, right? So what do you do when you encounter mean girls out in the wild? Well, first of all, if you are associating with this group of mean girls, you might want to ask them, why are you being like this? This person didn't ask for you to talk behind their back and be a mean person too. Or, you don't have any reason to be mean to someone in front of their face, totally uncalled for. So, you can be the difference. We are the solution people. So if you catch yourself, you being a mean girl or your friends being a mean girls, maybe you should be like, hey, take a step back. We don't need to be like so mean. Now, I'm not going to say people aren't going to kid around and just talk shit because, let's face it, we all do it. It happens. But I'm talking about more of like the destructive meanness, like people go into like a little clique and you can see them like just mouthing things and they're talking about you and that type of stuff. That is no good. And we should definitely strive to not be like that. So what about you guys? How do you feel about this? Are you a mean girl? Do you know people that are mean girls? Are you Regina George? What do you guys think about this? The flip side of this is, of course, has political correctness just gone too far? And now people aren't allowed to say anything without fear of being called a bully or a mean girl or that type of stuff. What do you think of that? I do think political correctness in this country has gone too far. I, of course, also think, you shouldn't be a bully. You shouldn't be like a mean person. There's a difference between joking around and being, mean-spirited to someone or some people. But at the same time, it's like, you can't be walking on eggshells all the time, worried that some person is going to be angered about one small tiny thing that you say, because that's life. Sometimes you're always going to upset someone that you don't really know very well, and something flies out of your mouth, and they take it wrong. Because generally, I like to think that most people are good people, and even if they say something stupid, it's just because, no word filter, brain-mouth, straight connection, things come out, and oftentimes, you say things, and you say things with your friends, and they know you, and they know your personality, and they know what kind of person you are, and so they take it totally different than when an outsider might hear you speak, and they can get all pissed off and offended. But in the end, people, I think we should all just strive to be good to one another and try not to be mean girls and try not to, form little cliques and whisper at people behind their backs in front of their face, intentionally trying to, be mean to them and hurt them, because we don't want that. As a gay group here, we know that words have power, right? As we grow up and we hear constantly about, how gays are going to hell and gays aren't real men and this and that, those things, even though you might consciously say, oh, screw this person, it's, in your subconscious, you're hearing this over and over again and it affects you and it slowly beats you down. So You know, we get enough of that from other people. We don't need to do it to ourselves. Okay, guys, so in the comment section down below, write. Tell me what you think. How do you feel about this? Do you go to clubs? Do you feel that sometimes there is always that group of mean girl gays there? And what do you feel about it? Are you one of the mean girls? I want to know. Tell me your experiences. Tell me everything. Okay, guys, and remember, go ahead and ask me questions. You can do it on Google+. There's links down in the doobly-doo down below to my Google+ profile. Use the hashtag TILIIT, Tell It Like It Is Thursday, and I will receive all those questions because I can search on the hashtag and we can build up questions to have more interesting conversations here on Tell It Like It Is Thursday. Until next time, guys, love and bubbles. Hey everyone out there on YouTube, and welcome to a new Tell It Like It Is Thursday. Today we've got 3 questions, all from the same person, and it should be lots of fun. As always, guys, I want to remind everyone that I am not a professional. I am just a guy with an opinion. Therefore, you take from this video whatever you want to take from this video. It may be good advice, it may be bad advice, it may be both. As always, guys, let's make sure we get some good discussion going down in the comment section down below.